One question readings are now available on Worth It. If you have a question that you would like answered with a 3 tarot card spread, or an astrological question you would like me to pull up your chart for, hit me up on Worth It, and I will be able to respond to your question within 3 days. It will most definitely be worth it. Welcome, one and all. This is the Peace Dealer, and I'm going to be talking about the Neptune and Uranus in Capricorn generation. Please stay tuned after this message for a special announcement. But other than that, I wanted to make this video in the vein of the other Pluto generation videos I've made. Some of you have recently seen me make special topic videos about the Pluto Sag, the Pluto Cap, Pluto Scorpio, Pluto Virgo, Pluto Libra gen. I didn't do Pluto Cap yet. That one's coming soon. So reasonably enough, it may have looked like I opened it up and then just forgot about it. I am coming back to those videos. While Jupiter's in Sagittarius, I want to open up these topical vids, and then when Jupiter's in Capricorn, I'm gonna go more in depth in them. So now that's in Sag, like Sagittarius, I'm just being all over the place, showing you different, topics, and then we will go in depth. And this is one such video topic that will go in depth. If you have Uranus or Neptune in Sagittarius and Libra, okay, and Scorpio, we're getting to you too. But given that Jupiter is on its way to Capricorn, the most pivotal generation that's being evolved right now is the Uranus and Neptune in Capricorn generation, appropriately titled Supernatural Upgrade. I was gonna call it Supernatural Evolution, but I made a video like that already. So, but other than that, which was a video I did 2 years ago. But this is very important. If you have these placements, you were probably born from 87 to about 98. 98, I want to say, is when Neptune finally went into Aquarius, because Uranus went there earlier. So let's give it that 10-year span. If you are a part of that generation, you represent the generation that is very realistically going to evolve their supernatural abilities, or to evolve your skills and abilities to the supernatural level. Everything about Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces represent the last 3 zodiac signs, which is, out of all 4 quadrants, the most potent. And this is where you take the concept of power, strength, and magic to its absolute level, omni level, if we can say so. This is the difference between being a creator class entity at Sagittarius to an omni class entity at Cap, Aqua, and Pisces. As such, I will be doing a video for Uranus and Neptune and Aquarius. Those children are like the rainbow crystalline legends, gods among men. But if you have it in Capricorn, you represent such a pivotal generation, because once Jupiter enters Capricorn, you will have had Pluto, Saturn, and Jupiter on your natal Uranus and or Neptune. Uranus and Neptune in Capricorn denote the extra dimensional and supernatural ability that is tied to control and manipulation. So whenever you see all in these Hollywood movies and shows all these cool powers that are based around kinesis, which is manipulation powers, and anything that has to do with control, especially of magnetic forces and Earth, that's Capricorn, baby. That's that Saturn rulership, son. So if you were born 89 and 90 or part of 91, and you have Saturn there too, that's a huge deal, because out of everyone who has this here, you have the most powerfully. There is the most limitations, but it counts for something, okay? So I'm starting this particular series off here because this generation has the most setbacks, okay? Anyone with this energy does not master this energy until at latest like 33. So many people of this generation suffer the worst depression because a lot of you are super hard on yourselves and you are psychically tapped into the fact that you are underperforming and you are not accomplishing a lot more than you can. And this is actually canon. This is meant to happen. Having Saturn, having Uranus and Neptune is a generational influence. So you are a part of the generational influence that also entails the setbacks, limitations, and delays that come into you achieving your greatest self. So I need to just nip this part in the bud. The depression in this is depression in every generation. The depression in this generation is solely tied to success and whether you feel you've accomplished enough yet, which is why I wouldn't be surprised the term capping probably came from someone in this generation. Now, it's very important to really consider because once again, you could be Pluto Sag with Neptune or Uranus in here. So it's not designated or differentiated specifically like Pluto, but I need you to understand Neptune and Uranus in astrology is what opens you up to the extra dimensional flow of energy. These are trans-Saturnian planets. Everything that is trans-Saturnian denotes energy that's after Saturn and denotes energy that's after the confined norms of society. Hence why Neptune is strange. What up, Julie? Neptune is strange and Uranus is weird. These are aspects of society that are not a part of them. Uranus is literally the revolutionary that's going to change and through anarchy and chaos, change established order. And Neptune and Pluto are so beyond what is established, they represent facets of ourselves that are outside the lines we color. Hence why it's going to rule illusion, psychological maladies. It's not that Neptune is psychologically bad. It's just the distortion of an extra dimensional energy outside of what we're used to concerning the norm. So for those of you who have this in Capricorn, I really want to present to this that this is a supernatural ability. And for those born in the 80s who have like Uranus and Neptune in Sagittarius, this also carries supernatural properties as well, which I'm going to talk about in a very, soon to come video. Whereas the Sagittarian generation with this has their magic of sight. This generation is able to see into the future, which I'll speak on more, and really discern events and see into the meaning of them. Capricorn takes us a step forward and now takes in these extra dimensional energies into your body. People of this generation have psychic antennas in their body. They can read body language even if they don't know what they're reading. It will register as a sensation. Now, I want to once again keep in mind, this is not something that everyone else doesn't have. Everyone has this. You just have it supernaturally. Something that is very important to really speak on, because once Jupiter goes over this, this will be the very first time that Jupiter is going over this after Saturn has completed a revolution around this since it started in '89. And Jupiter evolving this is going to expand the 28 plus years of work done to seed this in subconsciously, because growing supernatural power, for example, the Uranus and Neptune in Sagittarius generation, which is like the people born in the 80s, they got their superpowers at the teenage age. They didn't have to wait until their 30s. Sagittarius, very quick energy. This wasn't a power they were growing, it was a magic of perception. And perception could be harnessed at a very young age. It's different for the Cap Gen. We're the late bloomer age. So many of you probably haven't had a lick of understanding of this until your late 20s. And this may have caused you to be hard on yourself, to beat yourself up, none of which is warranted because you are the greatest out of all these gens. So really keep that in mind, because as Jupiter will go through here, you are going to notice more so than ever coming into December that these powers are not just in your head, they're going to be manifesting more so through your physical structure and in your world. And this is what heeds true to the whole facet that, superpowers don't come overnight. You had to go through a whole childhood's worth of establishing patterns and breaking them and forgetting everything you've learned. So once again, like I do with these videos, this is just an intro. I'm going to go over each zodiac sign, how to deal with this, if you're a Gemini with this, if you're a Cancer with this, especially Cancers and Capricorns with this, who interact with this quite directly. So, comment below your experiences with this. People with the most paranormal and supernatural experiences that have experienced them have this placement. It's not up for debate, it's a fact. I know this from experience. I know this with other people who have this in their experiences. So comment down below your experiences. You are on the threshold to literally emerging and unlocking actual power. This is an event that's going to impact a majority of the world population, specific to that generation. It's already happened for the previous generation, and it will happen for the future one when we step into Aquarius. But for those of you going through Cap, this has been a lifetime in the making for you, and the significance of Jupiter passing over the South Node in Cap really designates supernatural power that you're activating and unlocking from previous lifetimes, if you even believe in that. And congratulations, because this is what's going to answer that gnawing question in your soul about that purpose of what to do. A lot of you, once again, will go through depression, especially if you're water signs, because you do not have proper understanding of more extra dimensional qualities of this power, being born in a generation that has actively made you deny and denounce your powers. The Uranus and Neptune and Aquarius generation is not going to have that issue. By the time they come of age, this will already widely be accepted because we paved the way. Your generation has had to deal with being shamed, stigmatized, especially if you're Pluto Scorpio. And so you're having to really overcome that. Pluto Scorpio is anyone born from 83 to 95. So keep that in mind. This is going to be a very empowering transit where a lot of you really learn to love facets of yourself you were taught to hate. And as we step more into the critical parts of this upgrade form, this is where things are going to get super real and super physical. So we'll go more into depth in that. And until next time, peace. For the entirety of Libra season, I have my consultations on sale. 20 minutes for $50, 30 minutes for $100, and an hour for $200. Once again, this will be available for the entirety of Libra season. Book as soon as possible, as seats will fill fast. And y'all stay blessed as always.
Okay. Listen up, y'all suck. I am being so rude to your listening ears that I don't really care about your bullshit fears. If you really knew your soul, you would know you not here. Channeling myself from a higher vibe, a higher dimension. How I reincarnated is Mike. Used to be Archangel Michael, just chilling frequently. Now I'm in your frequencies, doing shit I hate. Masqueraded with shit I love, like rapping and creating all creative stuff. You ain't even know what I bring from above. If you incarnated here, you got some work to do. You actually owe me your essence, cause that's what I feed on. Your value is crazy, but you ain't have to tell me I'm lazy. You don't know the work I did, let me tell you. Fought over Moses, his body was Satan. He was in the challenge, I'm baking while eating bacon. You don't want that.